Do you perform many covers? Led Zeppelin, Bob Dylan, T-Rex, Queen, Beatles, and so on. You have any favorite?
My favourites of other people are usually the Beatles, because I'm a huge Beatles fan. The Beatles changed my life really. Yeah, and they changed my life. When the Beatles happened, before that I was already interested in rock and roll because I had older relations who were listening to Elvis and Buddy Holly and Ronnie Donegan and all those kind of people, and Little Richard and stuff. So I listened to all that when I was growing up, and the Clifford and the Shadows, and Lonnie Donegan, yeah. But then when the Beatles happened around 62, 63, I was just becoming a teenager, so that was like a big event for me. And I loved everything they did. The Beatles to me is still like the best group ever. So if I'm talking about covers, which are my favourites, it's got to be a Beatles song, probably. I don't know. I mean, there's so many Beatles songs, but I don't do them. I don't do very many Beatles songs. In fact, I don't do many covers at all. But I have over the years picked odd ones to do, and I did a covers album a couple of years ago, which was called Time Traveller, and then I did lots of different songs. I didn't do a Beatles song though, but I did a lot of different songs. But if I was to pick any, I would say Beatles.
Okay. Do you have any Smokie favorite tune or Chris Norman solo tune?
Well, the Smokie favourite tune would probably be something like If You Think You Know How to Love Me, because it was the first hit. And I always get when I hear that still on the radio, it gives me a kind of takes me back to the beginning of that. So that's probably my favourite. Although there's some album tracks I like a lot too. Chris Norman songs, I don't know. The new ones are always the best for me because they're fresh and I'm really excited when I write something new which I like a lot and it turns out into a good record. Then I'm happy about that. The new album Time Traveller is out. Not Time, that was the last album. What's the new album called? There and Back.
There and Back, yeah.
And there's a lot of songs on there I like a lot. You know.
Okay. Please remain in the same area. Let's speak about tell us what it is.
It's a song, it's an album full of new songs, brand new songs, which were written especially for this album. 13 songs. I wrote all of them, either alone or with somebody. I wrote four of them with the band, or 5 with the band, plus 2 with Pete Spencer, who used to be my writing partner in Smokie days. And that's the first time we've written together for years, so that was good fun. And then the rest of them, about 7 more, which I wrote myself. So they're all collaborations and all new songs. And we went in the studio, and I took my touring band in the studio, and we did it like as near to live as we could, hands-on, looking at each other in the same room, so we could see each other playing and everything. Instead of doing it in pieces, you know, we did it all at once. And it sounds like that. It sounds like a band. And we had a great engineer called Neil Ferguson, I've known for many, many years. And he got a really great sound, and we just, you know, that's the album, and it's got a selection of really good songs in it, and I'm very pleased with it.
And the first single is Gypsy Queen.
Gypsy Queen, yeah.
She looks at me and I hear her sigh. Where do you go, my gypsy queen? And I hear her voice as she starts to sing with a haunting tune of a lover's ring. Oh, play that song, my gypsy queen. as she starts to sing with the haunting tune of a lover's ring. Oh, play that song, my gypsy queen. Oh, yeah. There's a cold wind blows in the dead of night when she looks at me and I hear her sigh. Where do you go, my gypsy queen? And I hear her voice as she starts to sing with the haunting tune of a lover's ring. Oh, play that song, my gypsy queen.
After your opinion, which are the reasons to have a bigger success in Germany, for example?
I don't know, people have asked me that a few times. I think one of the things is with Smokie, when we first started to have hits and we were touring and everything, we came to Germany, we went to Germany and toured constantly. We did loads of gigs. The first time I went to Germany, we toured for like 7 weeks without stopping, and we played all the small towns because we weren't very famous yet, we'd only had one hit, and we toured, or two maybe. We went all around and we played all the little towns, and it kind of built up a fan base and a following. Then we went the second time and we played bigger towns, and we just toured an awful lot in Germany, and I don't know if that's the reason why we had such a big fan base there.
So the roots is the reason.
The roots, I think, yeah. Because at the same time we were touring in England as well, but we toured more in Germany than anywhere for some reason. And so we had like the same amount of hits in Germany as we had, say, in England. But in England, we'd have like number 5 or whatever, the record would get number 5 or number 3. And in Germany, it gets number 1, which was, I don't know why.
Yeah. Do you have in the Smokie period a very close relationship with Chinny Chap, yeah? Nicky Chin and Mick Chapman.
Yeah.
So do you have some news from there? So one is Australian born composer, one is from England. Do you have some news? Do you have some contacts?
I don't have much contact. I don't have much contact with them anymore. I haven't spoken to either of them for quite a while. Probably 5 years since the last time I spoke to them. I spoke to Mike Chapman and Nicky Chin about 5 years ago, both on the phone. Mike Chapman lives in Connecticut now in America, and is married with kids, and he's got a very good life as far as I can tell. Still works, still makes music, still writes, still works with producing people.
One of them lives in Nashville or something, or
No.
in Nashville or something.
No, I worked with Mike Chapman about '94 in Nashville. We did some recording together in Nashville, but he doesn't live in Nashville, he lives in Connecticut. Yeah, and Nicky Chin lives in London still. Yeah.
Okay. So our national viewers have now the opportunity to win original There and Back CD. Yeah. For this one, please think about one question, yeah, and let the contest begin.
All right. Okay, an easy question, huh? All right. When I was in Smokie, during that time in 1978, 79, I made a duet. I'll do it to the camera. I made a duet, which was very successful, with a girl singer who was also successful at the time. What was her name? Chris Norman, and we did a duet, 78, 79. What was her name?
Okay.
A summer evening on the Champs-Élysées, secret rendezvous that planned for days. I see your faces in a crowded cafe, the sound of laughter as the music plays. seemed like 1,000 years. Night was turning into empty spaces, the sound of laughter that disappeared. I'll meet you at midnight.